Welcome everyone to the 2018 19th World Championship of the International Racquetball Federation. We're starting off the day with our first match of the semifinals, featuring Paola Longoria in the front of the court from Mexico in the black and orange, taking on Maria Jose Vargas in the back of the court from Argentina in yellow. Good reach from Vargas. Beautiful down the line winner for Longoria, gives her her first point. Vargas really owning that center court, keeping her stance there in the middle. She gets her first point to make it 1-1. So they will replay that point. Oh, actually, there's an appeal on the court. Looking for a hinder. One disagrees, one agrees. So they'll replay. So that was a point for Longoria. Looks like Vargas was in the way. Makes it 2-1 in game one. Skip from Maria Jose Vargas. Another point for Paola Longoria. Paola Longoria is originally from San Luis Potosí, Mexico. She was residing in Monterrey. And she is no stranger to this world stage. She's #1 in Mexico. Nice shot from Vargas for a side out. Two big setups for Vargas, and she's able to put down the second to make it 2-3 in our semifinal. Big skip from Paola Longoria. We see Vargas doing a good job of moving Longoria around the court from corner to corner. She ties it up 3-3. Nice pinch winner for Maria Vargas. Puts her in the lead 4-3 in game one. This is the semifinals of the World Championships. These women are playing to go to the finals tomorrow. They're fighting for the title of world champion. Some big bragging rights. Maria Jose from Argentina serving. She's up right now 5-3. Taking on Paola, who's #1 in Mexico. Maria Jose #1 in Argentina. So that ball just kisses that front wall. Good defense from Maria Jose. And a skip from Paola. Looks like all that hustle for Vargas pays off as she earns another point. Puts her at 6-4. Paola Longoria will call her first timeout. See if she can break up some of that rhythm that Vargas has now. That was a great get from Vargas to keep it alive. Earns herself a point, and she's leading now 6-4. Coming up next, we have another women's match featuring Gabby Martinez from Guatemala. She will be taking on Natalia Mendez from Argentina. This is the semifinals, so these women are fighting for a spot in our finals tomorrow, which we will be live streaming on internationalracquetball.com, and you can also follow along with the IRF on Facebook. We have the men's singles semifinals later today as well, featuring David Horn from USA and Rodrigo Montoya from Mexico. And Charlie Pratt takes on Sebastian Franco. That will be USA versus Colombia. Maria Jose lines right up for that serve after that timeout. No time wasted for her. Two bounces. Vargas staying really aggressive out of that timeout. Statistically, we see that the player who calls the timeout has that favored on her side. Longoria was hoping for a side out after her timeout, but Vargas scores a point. Nice shot from Vargas, keeping it super low. And again, she's doing a great job of moving Paola around the court from left to right. She's keeping Paola running. You don't want anyone at this level to just be hitting right from the center, but Maria Jose doing a great job of controlling that center court. Another point from Vargas. Great serve. Maria Jose from Argentina leading 9-4. Another skip from Paola. Paola started off the match pretty good. Started pretty strong. Now she looks pretty frustrated with Maria Jose. Referee calls 2 bounces. Paola appeals. Let's see what the line judges say. 1 agrees, 1 disagrees. Therefore, it's a point for Maria Jose. Second serve. Not a great Z serve from Maria Jose. You can see her a little frustrated with herself. Paola now with an opportunity to score. I'm expecting she'll be very aggressive and offensive right now. She needs a point. Oh, wow. That serve not going to work against Maria Jose. Immediate side out. 11-4 in game 1. Oh, what a serve from Maria Jose Vargas of Argentina. She aces Paola Longoria, puts herself at 12-4, and even forces Paola Longoria to take a second timeout. Paola is now exhausted all of her timeouts in game 1. We can see her there on the sidelines with her Mexican coach. It looks like she actually walked off. She needs a little bit of fresh air. Her coach, Fran Davis, following her out. This is the semifinals of the IRF World Championships. This is an event that only happens every other year. And so we see so many teams come out. This is a big deal for a lot of countries. There's 18 countries here, some countries that we don't get to see at some of the other IRF events like the Pan American Racquetball Championships, including Korea, India, Switzerland, Ireland, and Japan. All right, Paola is out of timeouts. Maria Jose from Argentina leads game 1, 12-4. Looked like a good serve from here, but our referee says it's not, so she will get a second serve. Looks like Maria Jose looked back at her coach and asked if she should appeal that serve because it did look good. Her second serve didn't work out. Longoria crushes it and now has an opportunity to score. Screen serve, it'll be a second serve for Paola. Big skip from Maria Jose. Puts Longoria at 5-12. Skip from Paola. We don't see this many mistakes from her normally. She's really trying to keep that ball on the forehand side. We saw her all the way forced to the left. Another skip and almost the same thing. From that corner, she had a backhand skip. Maria Jose leading 13-5. Oh, I thought that was an ace serve. Maria Jose doesn't even look at her coach. She immediately appeals that. Let's see what the referees say. The judges were split. One agrees, one disagrees. Therefore, it's a loss of appeal for Maria Jose, and it's a second serve. She goes to the Z, going to that backhand. That time, Longoria able to side out. Paola Longoria is defending her title here. She won in 2016 at the World Championship in Cali, Colombia. She's looking to win back-to-back titles here. In 2018, be the world champion. Oh, a little too wild and a little short. Point for Paola Longoria. Six serving 13. It'll be a second serve for Maria Jose. Oh, they're going to replay that one. Maria Jose does have an appeal. She could use it. Looks like she's not going to. I think. Game point now for Maria Jose from Argentina. 14-6 in game one of our semifinal. First game goes to Maria Jose Vargas from Argentina, winning 15-6 over Paola Longoria in game one. We'll be back with more of our women's semifinals in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. This is the IRF World Championships of Racquetball.
The gearbox leather sticks to my hand like it is my skin.
The best feeling in the world. You pull that thing out of the package and you can kind of just feel it still molded into the way they packaged it.
It's honestly one of the best feelings ever. You put the new glove and you're like, I got this. It's so light and so comfortable that I feel like I'm playing with my bare hand.
The grip is a lot better, so I love having new gloves.
Welcome back, everyone. I'd like to take a moment to talk to you about an upcoming tournament that is hosted by Gus Farrell and Gary Mazeroff, two IRF greats and racquetball legends in their own right. October 25th to the 28th in El Paso, Texas will be the second bi-national racquetball tournament. And it's a really fun event. It's a little bit of USA versus Mexico in its own right. There's a lot of racquetball out of El Paso and Albuquerque. Plus, we get a lot of players from Juarez, Mexico and Chihuahua, two really big racquetball hubs. Everybody comes together in El Paso, Texas. And it's created by eRacket, a local store there in El Paso, where you can get all of your racket needs. If you want to sign up, you can call that number on the screen for more information. But racquetball greats like Polo Gutierrez, Rodrigo Montoya, Alex Cardona, and Alex Landa will be participating. Be a second serve for Maria Jose. I'm also joined by Tim Baghurst. Welcome, Tim.
Thanks for having me, Laura. I think a lot of people might be surprised by this scoreline in Game 1. Vargas has been playing very well. She did lose yesterday in doubles with her teammate Mendez.
That's right, they lost to Guatemala. One thing I can say, though, from watching Paola, in my experience, Game 2 will be totally different for her. I really expect her to turn it up and channel that frustration and anger here into Game 2. That's what we saw from her at the Pan Ams, you know, in April. She was playing Ronda Racek. That's what I expect to see here. She is defending her title as well.
She won it in 2016, 2014, and I believe in 2012. Really has dominated the international level for many years, particularly in singles. Doubles, she's won titles with Salas, but not playing doubles in this tournament, so if she loses here, she's done for the tournament.
We're seeing a lot of mistakes from Longoria today. We're seeing a lot more skips than we've traditionally seen from her. Good. Oh.
We'll appeal that for
Thought
sure.
that was good.
One agrees, one disagrees.
Side out for Paola, 0-0. That was smart from Longoria. She had Maria Jose running back to that front of the court, or that center court. She pushes her all the way to the back. Maria couldn't turn around in time. First point for Paola. 1-0 in Game 2.
Longoria is mentally very tough, and you'll see this in Game 2. She knows how to come back from a deficit. Very consistent player. That should be a replay. Replay call. First serve for Longoria.
Yeah, and Paola Longoria has such a team of professionals behind her. She's #1 in Mexico. She has a psychologist. She has trainers. And she has a large team that follows her and helps her prepare all year long. Nice winner from Maria Jose.
Vargas is a more emotional player. You'll hear her more on the court. She's more vocal. What a serve. Clever Z serve. A short Z serve, which means that the player has to step up, but Longoria expected it to go left.
Oh, an effort from Maria Jose, not going to make it. I think what was really working for Maria Jose in game one was she was moving Paola around the court. She was really playing those corners and forcing Paola to not be so offensive. And I think she needs to attack that backhand too. It looks like the backhand is giving Paola some issues so far in this semifinal.
These two have played each other many times, not only at the international level, but also professionally. They know each other's games very, very well. Both of them, should be said, also very successful at this level. Usually, though, Longoria comes out on top, so this is a great start to this semifinal day.
Yeah, we've seen some incredible competition here all week, and it's just increasing as we get closer and closer to the finals. Oh, and Maria Jose loses that one in the glass. Now we see when Longoria is pushed over into the corner here, she's doing everything she can to keep hitting that ball with her forehand rather than her backhand. Ooh, and a big skip from Maria Jose.
She'll need to avoid those. She has to play clean. Longoria known for playing high percentage racquetball, a lot of defense, waiting for her opportunity to strike. Vargas needs to do the same. Beautiful from the Argentine.
It's looking a lot like game one, with Paola with a little bit of a lead. Let's see if Maria Jose makes a comeback here. We saw her really take off in game one. She won game one 15-6. Look, Paola coming around and taking that on her forehand side for the side out. Looks like Maria Jose saying it's skip. She's going to appeal. It did sound like a skip from here. So there's an appeal.
Well,
one agrees, one disagrees.
This time it's the opposite sides. Right side disagrees, left side agrees. Call stands.
So a little bit of discussion out on the court. Maria Jose not happy about it. I think she's talking about the trajectory of how that ball came off.
Yeah, she's not happy. This is where she just needs to let it go. The decision isn't going to change.
Can she use two appeal? Can you appeal back to back, Tim?
Yes, you can.
Because it looks like that's what she wants to do.
So I think what she's saying is that Vargas said, okay, you didn't give a skip, but I got the ball. It wasn't two bounces. The point wasn't over then. I still got it. We have a little translation issue going on here. Our line judge on the right from India. So another appeal lost.
It's going to be really, really important right now for Maria Jose to stay strong mentally, though. I mean, that was a lot of discussion. She's got to be frustrated. She just lost 2 appeals. She has to stay focused. Paola pushing that ball deep into the corner. Maria Jose couldn't get it. Paola leads 3-1. Looks like they made it. They're just trying to verify the score down below.
There's some discussion about the score down on the left. 4 serving 2, I guess, is the score now. Well, we've had a little bit of drama at the start of the second game, and I think you're right. Vargas is the one that needs to keep her focus.
Yeah, we're seeing her make a couple mistakes right now. We haven't seen many skips from her. She just skipped it. I would like to see her use her timeout just so she can regain some focus, but I'm sure she wants to stay on the court and keep control.
Longoria sticking with this Nick lob. It's worked well. She puts another one down. Surely a timeout, Argentina. Her coach calls for one. She's asking for one. First time out of this second game.
I think that's smart because this is kind of what Paola can do, right? If she knows now it's like she can sense that her opponent is now mentally unfocused, and she became that much sharper. We've seen from her in game 1 and so far in game 2, up until this point, she was making more mistakes. She had more skips. Her backhand wasn't working, but she just scored a quick 2 or 3 points since that, skip debate that we had down there on the court.
And sometimes after a debate like that, it's good to just take the timeout then, rather than continuing. Use that 1 minute just to, okay, let's let all of that go. Let's refocus. Let's get back on with this match. Longoria seems to be having some joy with that Nick lob. Vargas either attacking it too high or going to the ceiling. We'll see if that continues.
This is Paola Longoria from Mexico against Maria Jose Vargas from Argentina. Maria Jose won game 1 15-6. Paola leads now in game 2 6-2. Oh. Longoria doing a great job of getting that short ball in the front. She pushes Maria Jose all the way in the back. And Maria Jose can't reach that front wall. 7-2 in game 2. Maria Jose keeping this ball on Paola's backhand. But it's not working for her. I think she needs to regain this mental focus. She still seems a little flustered. It's 8-2. They're going to replay that. But at least we see a little smile from Maria Jose. Let's see. This could be a turning point for her, or if Longoria will keep scoring. And again, Longoria, Paola taking that on the forehand side, but she skips it. So it is a bit of a turning point for Maria Jose. See if Maria Jose can score. Nope. Wow. That's what we expect for Paola Longoria. Classic racquetball serve, return, kill puts her at 9-2.
Completely different game number 2, and where's the difference? Longoria hitting a good serve, Vargas going to the ceiling, hits the sidewall, and then suddenly having to play defense the entire point.
Yeah, and Paola cutting down on mistakes. I don't think Maria Jose moving as well as she was in game 1.
Yeah, there's a great example. It's almost like she's mentally checked out of the second game. Struggling with that Nick lob, and I don't think Longoria is going to change it. It's a good one again. Perfect racquetball.
Yep, she gets exactly what she wants off that serve. A nice setup. She's able to put it away. Serve, return, kill again. 12-2 for Paola. Yeah, it's like Maria Jose is just one step behind, whereas in game 1 she wasn't. She was moving a little bit better. 13-2.
Very hot and humid here already in San Jose, Costa Rica. Takes a toll on these players, no doubt. Fitness does become a factor. Very tentative on that backhand. The last couple of pinches she's attempted, Vargas.
Game point now for Paola Longoria. 14-2.
And again, look at that. That was, I mean, unexpected. And, you know, look at the difference between game 1 and 2. Vargas took the first 15-6. Longoria comes back and just races away 15-2. Tiebreaker coming up to 11.
I mean, there was that mental shift for Maria Jose where she lost that call early in 3-1, and Longoria just able to show her mental strength and power through it and take advantage of the mistakes from Maria Jose. We'll be back in just a few moments with more of our semifinal and game 3, so don't go anywhere.
The gearbox leather sticks to my hand like it is my skin.
The best feeling in the world. You pull that thing out of the package and you can kind of just feel it still molded into the way they packaged it.
It's honestly one of the best feelings ever. You put the new glove and you're like, I got this. It's so light and so like comfortable that I feel like I'm playing with my bare hand.
The grip is a lot better, so I love having new gloves.
We're back in the semifinals, women's singles right now of the 19th World Championships of Racquetball. Maria Jose Vargas from Argentina winning game 1, 15-6. She's in the back of the court in yellow. Paola Longoria from Mexico, 15-2, the victor in game 2. And now we're in the tiebreaker, first to 11. And honestly, this is what I expected from Longoria. She wasn't at the top of her game in game 1, but she found a way in game 2 when Maria Jose got a little flustered off of a call. She had 2 appeals back to back, and Longoria just kept her mental focus and pulled out the winning game 2. Now Vargas trying to stay pumped out there as well. We will see a lot more emotion from her.
Really feel like Vargas plays better when she's more emotional, when she's pumping herself up. That's better. Great defense from Longoria. Skip from Vargas, though. We talked about having to play clean. Longoria rarely skips the ball. We saw her do that in game 1. She really cleaned it up in game 2 and just continues. 2-0 in this tiebreaker. Terrific down the line shot, another point. Laura, I was surprised how quickly Vargas went back into the court between game 2 and the tiebreaker. She's entitled to 2 minutes, and it was barely a minute, and she was back in there. She looked a little tired, a little sloppy in that game. You figure that she just wants to break the momentum and take as long as possible.
Yeah, I would have expected a bigger break from Maria Jose. I think she really needed to refocus after game 2. But, you know, for some players, they just want to stay out there and they want to, you know, stay on top of it and stay hungry. I think it's essential for Vargas to keep Paola Longoria moving around the court. When she gets setups, she has to push it to the corners and make Longoria uncomfortable, plus force it to that backhand side.
That's just a big mental error.
Her second double fault for Maria Jose in this match.
You wonder whether she just feels like she has to do a little bit more than she's comfortable doing, knowing she's playing the defending world champion. Wow.
I mean, it's shots like that, right? We know she has the tools to do it. I just want to see her execute it now, like she did in game 1.
Beautiful shot from Longoria. We've seen, over the last year, I have to say, we've seen that the drive serve Z short. What I mean by that is players are now trying to hit a Z serve just over the short serve line to cut across. It's one of those new serves that people at the international level are starting to bring into play. Typically you hit the drive Z deep.
Right. So
we're starting to see it. That's what she was trying to do. Wasn't able to execute it and got punished.
Second serve from Maria Jose. Keeps it alive. Nice shot. Down the line. See, hitting it to the corners. Maria Jose gets her first point of our tiebreaker. Remember, the tiebreaker is first to 11. Short serve.
Avoidable hinder. Look at Longoria. She'll appeal this, but the surprise on her face shouldn't change the opinion of our line judges. One agrees, one disagrees. Call stands. Point for Vargas.
It's 2-3. Short serve. That serve, no problem for Paola. Quick side out. 3 serving 2.
Beautiful from Longoria. Started with that serve, catching Vargas off balance, created the setup. Couldn't do it any better. 3-shot rally. Exactly what she wants in this tiebreaker. Great serve. Vargas doesn't like it, but she looks back to her coach, Quadri, who says, yeah, that was a great serve. Another .52. 2 timeouts available. Vargas talking to herself. Another skip. 6-2. Surely a timeout.
Yep, timeout Argentina in our tiebreaker. We're here at the 19th World Championship in Costa Rica. This is the singles women's semifinals. We do have a lot of matches coming up today. One more women's match with Martinez and Mendez, Guatemala versus Argentina, then Horn and Montoya, then Pratt and Franco.
Well, let's talk very quickly about Martinez and Mendez, 2 very young, talented players. Here we have the more experienced players on the court fighting for a place in the final. Martinez, still a junior, silver medalist 2 years ago. It's incredible what she's accomplished at such a young age. But Mendez, a junior world champion just 3 years ago as well.
That's right. So we have all the experience in our first match of the day. And then in our second match, Martinez and Mendez will see some younger players coming in for that world championship title. 6 serving 2 here in game 3. Paola Longoria serving. Again, just like a step short for Maria Jose. Point for Paola Longoria, 7-2.
She's really settled down, playing very clean and aggressive. If you count the number of skips in this tiebreaker, Longoria yet to skip a ball. Makes it very, very hard to beat somebody when they don't put the ball in the floor.
And we've talked about how essential those skips are before. We saw in game 1 Longoria making a lot of skips, but in game 2 and game 3, as you're noting, Maria Jose is the one with the skips, and she's just a step short. Her footwork was much better in game 1. She was really controlling that center court too.
You wonder if fatigue is a factor as well. Vargas playing singles and doubles. Longoria just singles this tournament.
Short serve, second serve for Paola.
Nick lob to the left coming up. Vargas knows it. Oh my goodness. Side out. Longoria says, well, it hit my shoulder. Yeah, but it was hit at shoulder height.
She will appeal.
Both line judges disagree. Replay called. I don't know, Laura. The rules state straight shot.
We're taking a look back here at the replay.
I think that has to be called an avoidable hinder. Straight shot to the front wall. Doesn't matter what height you start hitting that shot.
Well, this is one of the cases where the line judges are necessary. Short serve, second serve for Longoria. It's 8-2 in our tiebreaker.
Terrific from Vargas. Little nod of her head. She's not out of it. 1 point at a time. Green serve, close. Again, I'm not sure that was a screen. Called very quickly by our official.
Calls a point for Maria Jose. Longoria will appeal.
I love watching Longoria after a call goes against her. She's quite dramatic. Line judges both disagree again. Replay will be the call. Replays the call again.
It's getting a little more physical out there too, as both women are not happy about these
Great
calls.
serve. Longoria, crisp backhand winner for a side out. 3 points away from this match.
That
Place in the
backhand.
final.
That backhand on point. She changed a couple things. We saw in earlier throughout the match, she's been trying to take more balls on the forehand side, even when she's on the left side of the court. That was a nice backhand. 8-2.
As much as we have our own opinions, recognize how hard it is for these officials to make the correct call every point.
Big skip from Maria Jose.
Appreciate all the staff and officials working so hard to make the World Championship such a great event. Longoria, she wants to be in a final tomorrow. 9 serving 2. What a get. No, that has to be a replay. Well, I'm not.
I think they're saying side out. I mean,
No
No
hinder.
hinder.
You know what? He's
so
right.
he's saying side out then.
Longoria should have
I
hit that.
thought she had enough shots.
Point for Vargas. There was a
Ace serve.
situation. I mean, let's go back to that. Longoria didn't swing. She just wanted the avoidable hinder call. She didn't get it. And our official said, "Why didn't you swing? You should have swung."
So then she
Vargas was completely out of the way. And so, again, just a little drama, but Longoria lost a point, but keeping her cool, side out. She's been here before. She knows how to regroup. Timeout.
Let's take a look back at this last hinder that was called. Great diving get from Vargas. She gets up. Well, you can make a decision for yourselves at home. But looked like she had a lot of options.
It's great to see those replays. And, for us watching on, enjoying this, it's great to have a little bit of drama, too. Something to talk about.
Coming up, we have many more matches today of our singles semifinals. Coming up next, Gabby Martinez from Guatemala takes on Natalia Mendez from Argentina.
Can't wait for that one.
And then we'll get into the men's semifinals, Horn versus Montoya and Pratt versus Franco.
I like the timeout from Longoria. She took it leading 9-3, and you think, well, who needs a timeout? You're only 2 points away. But there was a bit of back and forth. Of course, then she skips it.
3 serving 9.
And a rare skip gives Vargas the side out. Vargas needs good serves here. Unusual bounce off the sidewall. She punishes it. Standing in the middle, backhand straight down the left side. Wow. Great shot, Vargas. Running around, hitting the forehand pinch winner.
Little bit of momentum shift right now. Looks like Paola's timeout was better for Maria.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about timeouts the rest of the day, Laura.
We saw it also in game one. Same thing happened to Paola.
Oh, my goodness.
This, again, it's starting to look more like game one. Paola had called a timeout, and it didn't go her way. Couple mistakes, and now it's 6-9 in game three.
First to 11. There is a 10-second rule. Great serve, Vargas.
Oh!
Went for a lot. That's a very, very low percentage shot. Ceiling ball or pass down the right side would have been the better option, but she was feeling it.
Yep.
She'd won a couple of points. Why not?
Maybe got carried away. Wanted to go for that. Side out for Paola. 9-6.
This rally is huge right here. Beautiful from Vargas. The momentum has changed. You can feel it. There's some chatter down in the Mexican contingent to my right. Sense a little bit of nerves coming in. Beautiful Longoria. Vargas wants a short serve, but it was a good serve. Came off the sidewall. Longoria puts it away. Handled that swell. Longoria went for the jam serve. Vargas initially taken by surprise, but good footwork got her into position. Great shot.
Look at that. Again, looking like game one. Maria Jose forcing Paola to keep moving, and she's controlling that center court.
She needs good serves. If she has good serves, creates the opportunity.
Right.
Another good serve. Good defense that time from the Mexican. Oh, my goodness.
Nice get.
Good rally. Longoria. Terrific rally between both players. Longoria checking if she has timeouts. Takes her second and final timeout. 9 serving 7.
And again, we see her leaving the court. Her coach, Fran Davis, following her. We saw that from her earlier, too. You know, most players come off, get some water, talk to their coaches, but I think she needs a little change of atmosphere.
Well, it was 9-2.
Yeah.
And suddenly 5 points in a row very quickly by Vargas. And it really, the difference is Vargas's serve. If Vargas gets a good serve in, not just gets a drive serve in, but a good drive serve in, it's created opportunities for her to win these rallies, pushing Longoria around the court. Now Longoria 2 points away. She needs the same, and I think one of the discussions she'll be having with her coach is, what do I do? Well, in game 2, she was hitting that nick lob consistently and giving Vargas all kinds of problems. Vargas has hit a couple of good returns, fair enough. You know, a splat winner and a pinch winner a couple times. But if you look at the percentages, the majority of them have been bad returns. So we'll see if she goes back to what was working in game number 2 and also early in the tiebreaker.
9-7, let's see. Looks like she's lining up for a drive serve. Oh, she got that. Wow.
It was a great return, actually, from Vargas, but Longoria showing her footwork and speed to get there and just flick the ball into the front wall, and you could see the expression on her face.
Nice.
Longoria off the back wall. Oh my goodness, Vargas.
Oh, look at this.
And there it is. Longoria wins it in an 11-7 tiebreaker.
Longoria is the winner of this semifinal. Maria Jose Vargas winning game 1 15-6. Paolo Longoria coming back to win game 2 15-2 and take it in the tiebreaker 11-7. Coming up next, we have another women's match featuring Argentina once again. We have Natalia Mendez from Argentina taking on Gabby Martinez from Guatemala. And